Hey, Melissa. So, my organization has had product management teams now for many years and is now keen to set up a product ops team. There are some general initial ideas of what will be expected of this team, but do you have any advice on how to quickly demonstrate value while the team is still new, please?
When you are starting out with product operations, you want to make sure that you demonstrate the value of it very quickly. The way that I like to think about this is to start looking at who do you need to convince about this value. A lot of times that's leadership so that you can get the budget. So here I would start with your biggest stakeholders and figure out how you can make the impact and what their biggest pain points are. Some of the biggest pain points I've seen from leadership teams surrounding product management is getting transparency into what the teams are actually working on. In that case, you might want to start with something like implementing better road mapping processes, a tool that can help surface up the roadmap and make sure that all of the initiatives are written in the same format and you can start to compare apples to apples. In other places, it's been getting the right data to make product strategy decisions. Here, you might want to focus on the data impacts. You might want to go in and start to pull stuff into a BI tool, create the dashboards, create reporting mechanisms so that we can actually track our outcomes over time. That's a great way to look at it too. Other times, it's about how teams actually come together and start working together. In this case, maybe you want to look at processes and governance and figure out how are product teams working with product marketing teams. Anything there that can help with the friction. So you're going to approach this very much like you approach product management. Go out and try to figure out who are my stakeholders, what type of value are they expecting from product operations, who am I also serving, which are the product managers and their surrounding teams, and then try to identify what's the biggest pain point I could solve that will help those stakeholders who need to invest in me really see this value and show that this is going to be something that not just helps product managers, but helps the entire organization. If you can start to do things like that's where you're going to get the buy-in for product operations. There are also a lot of case studies in our books. If you go to productoperations.com, you can start to read a little bit more about that and buy the book. So I hope that helps.